How would you children like to suck on my chocolate salty balls?
Oh, you mean like a chocolate candy?
No, I mean my balls.
Suck my balls. Suck my balls.
What's up, guys, gals, and sentient beings of life, all forms of life, aliens, people made of butter, and other things. I don't know. We're back for another edition of SMB, a South Park review.
All the things were made out
All
of.
the things are made out of. And I am not alone, as I tell you each and every week. I am back this week, of course, with the S to the C, that double OP, the Scoopster, the Scoop Jackson, the Tombout.
He was diagnosed with stage 4 scoop syndrome when he was 3.
And ladies and gentlemen,
Tugboat. Scoop.
this man is a writer. He's a producer. He's a director. He's an on-screen character. Ladies and gentlemen, the man, the myth, the legend, Dane. Becker.
What's up, everybody? It's 2024 and I missed you. Did you miss me? Probably not.
We miss you.
Hey,
Yes, you good.
Key.
We miss you.
Yes.
I'm going near Dane's. Dane's a bad.
Good.
Well, we're happy, of course, to have you back, Dane. We missed your face. We missed your smile.
I'm happy to be back. I signed my closing papers on my house today. So I am officially disconnected from Kentucky and a full Georgian boy. Let's go. Yeah.
Georgia boy, where you at, son? Down out. Or I guess, I'm sorry, that's Texas. It's more like, welcome to Georgia, Dane. We appreciate your time here, and we hope you have
Jimmy Stewart from Georgia. What are you doing?
a good time.
I want to go to Atlanta, Clarence.
You want me to throw a lasso around the moon, Mary? Bring it down for you? That's what I'll do. I'll get to the moon.
You want me to get you that Georgia pitch? I'll throw that Georgia pitch right down
Want
here.
some Georgia pictures with that?
Boggle.
You almost made Scoop spit out his fucking beer. Oh, this show's off to a great start. Ladies and gentlemen. Boggle. I forgot, I was going to look something up and bring it up, but I totally forgot what I was going to do. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another edition of SMB, a South Park review.
Boggle.
We appreciate you joining us for this lovely day, this lovely recording.
Listen, I wanna say it right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
I appreciate each and every single one of you listeners, and I want you to know you're fucking kicking ass. Even if sometimes it feels like you're not, you're still kicking ass because you woke up and you fought through the fucking day, and here you are. Yeah.
Yeah. But I appreciate that you actually said the thing about the viewers, because recently, Dane, since you're back on the episode, Dane, we had another message for him from one of our listeners, Instagram followers from...
Hey, that guy being gay is crap and bullshit. All right, I understand.
No, this is a previous follower who had sent in the long message about Mad Max 2, and you were happy about. This is from Adelaide. They say, also so crazy how, OMG, I just saw the last clip of It's a Jersey Thing. Didn't Osama bin Laden die like a year afterwards? Wow. Anyway, I love how the episode goes in on reality TV structure and Jersey types. I love you. So there you go. Thanks, Adelaide, for reaching out.
Yeah, they're onto something, because I swear to God, that episode came out, and at some point, Osama bin Laden was killed afterwards. Connection? I think so. Scoop, take it from there.
He was killed after that episode?
No, remember, they were saying that, Adelaide was saying that Osama bin Laden was killed in Osama bin Laden's farty pants, remember? And then was brought back, and It's a Jersey Thing.
Mm-hmm. So
they were just making a note of that? Did you not understand the whole conversation we just had?
Yeah.
Okay,
of course I did. Bags.
Hey, he can say that. You didn't get bleeped.
It's like asking a kid that obviously cheated. Did you cheat on the test? Nah.
No. What do you mean?
Dude, did you catch any of that? No, bro. I totally caught the whole thing. What'd you do?
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is SMB number 210. This is Mysterion Rises. It is the 12th episode of season 14 and the 207th overall episode of South Park as it first aired on November the 3rd, 2010. In this episode, Mysterion's true identity is revealed.
Who is Mysterion?
Who is Mysterion?
Who is Mysterion?
Mysterion!
I told you. I said it earlier.
Meanwhile, thank you. The Coon, no, keep doing it. I like that. Scorned by his fellow superheroes, is out for revenge. I got my own boombox guy now, just like in Inception.
One of my favorite, honestly, one of my favorite side characters ever.
And it's like a taco inside of another taco inside of a KFC that's inside of a mall that's inside your dream. So here's how this episode starts off with a recap. They do a comic book montage showing the Coon and friends and Mysterion, who explain most of what happened in the previous episode. Coon and friends, now led by Mysterion, are holding a bake sale to aid those in the Gulf impacted by Cthulhu's arrival at the end of the previous episode. They meet a strange man who states that their efforts to stop Cthulhu are futile. Now, Dane, before we begin, Scoop had a good point at the end of the last episode where he referenced it was kind of hard to give an analysis or a judgment because this is kind of like a three-parter. But do you have any thoughts before we begin into this episode in regards to last episode, or I guess, you know, where the overall story arc was heading as you were watching this?
For watching this when it came out, this was during the period, as I've said in many of these episodes in the last couple seasons, that me and my friends were actively watching South Park when it released together. And there was like a genuine talk at the lunch table about who Mysterion was, especially at the end of this episode.
They were hanging out watching South Park. Suck on my Jagon. You suck on my Jagon.
Precisely.
God, yeah, suck that Jagon.
I don't appreciate the gay jokes, but anyway.
I'm not getting bleeped.
I'm sorry, continue, Dane.
But that was literally it. I mean, that's all I remember from this time.
That was it. We hung out, we sucked each other's Jagons, and we fucking watched this episode.
What did you guys do when watching South Park? You didn't suck each other's Jagons? You guys are bunch of liars.
Sorry. All right, let's go ahead and we'll jump into that clip now as the top of the episode started here.
I am Mysterion. Though only 9 years old, I dedicate my life to helping people when I am not in school.
I'm not Stu.
For months now.
No spoiler, but this legit doesn't sound like Kenny.
It doesn't, you're right.
Yeah, it doesn't. It sounds like fucking
Something
Clyde.
has happened which even I cannot
Should I
find.
go grab the last beers?
The BP oil company has drilled and
Ew, I
caused a
wish I had
spill in
beer.
the Gulf like no other. The president of BP apologized,
We're sorry.
We're sorry.
but they drilled it.
And they used his real name. And like, that's what he looks like. That's crazy.
We're sorry.
Wait, I wonder if this is the
Creatures from
voice
another
that they
dimension are now wreaking
use for
havoc in the
Kenny?
Gulf. BP tried to solve the problem by drilling on the moon,
But Batman.
instead they cut
Probably just him doing Batman.
to a moon.
He's using
Yeah, I think they didn't even try to be Kenny and then Batman. He just went straight to Batman.
Join forces with other superheroes in my neighborhood to help save
sorry.
the
Also, doesn't that sound like Trey and not Matt? Because Matt does
Unlike
Kenny.
them, I do have a power.
That's true.
A power that
Oh,
will
yeah.
now begin to
I
understand.
can hear that.
And all will know who and what I truly am.
And then they started off with Mysterion Rises. So that's how the episode starts out, as we mentioned here. Him kind
How
of
badass is that intro, Matt? Because like literally, they instead of the bats and the Batman Begins logo, it's just a bunch of question marks. But like, it looks legit.
The Dark Knight. That was a direct play on the Dark Knight Rises.
That's right, Scoop.
So here's them now at the bake sale.
The Gulf Crisis.
We believe that every little bit helps.
Their little super club consists of 7 young heroes.
Toolshed,
Toolshed!
the human kite, Mysterion,
Mysterion! Tupperware!
Mosquito, Timer,
We're having
They're
Kimmy, you
useless.
guys.
All right, legit. Mid-Montgomery Crunch though is like the best one.
Fucking
When was the last time Timmy was in
in
an
our
episode?
group
guys?
chat. I'm like, we just reviewed the episode last week. He was on the episode. And like,
I even
that?
pointed him out.
that was Scoop in the group chat. He was like, when's the last time we saw Timmy? Like season 13? I'm like, we just reviewed the episode last week. I'm like, he's Iron Maiden now.
Well, yeah, now they're giving a lot more to obviously like in the later seasons, like Nathan and those characters. I wonder if they ever said anything like that because I remember them like, what was it? They dropped like Jimmy and they were like, well, just because we don't have enough for him. Maybe this is the same thing with Timmy.
Maybe.
We need another Jimmy Timmy Power Hour though. Like
We
we
do.
need another Jimmy Timmy episode.
So while this is going on, the Coon is trying to get the attention of Cthulhu. That's going to kind of be his arc here in this episode. And it starts off with him doing a little bit of recap here. And he does his recap, and it involves him getting into a fight with another girl at the airport. So we'll go ahead and we'll show that clip here as Cartman he's not very happy that his friends, messed him over.
Boggle.
Mysterion, if Cartman's gone, why are we still calling ourselves Coon and Friends? Because it pisses Cartman off beyond belief.
That's a good.
That is the best.
Also, this poor fucking girl.
73 to New Orleans. We thank you for your patience, but the conditions in the Gulf are still delaying our departure. Unfortunately, we've just been informed that the Dark Lord Cthulhu has shat on the runway at the New Orleans.
I hate that too. Cthulhu, shut up.
Oh.
Poor Cartman's in the airport next to a tiny girl with a
Yes, I am the Coon.
Yes,
I think they're doing it on purpose just to piss us off with Cthulhu.
I've heard of that.
You have?
I saw on TV. That superhero group that's helping with the Gulf spill. Coon and Friends.
Actually, I'm no longer with Coon and Friends. I work on my own now.
Can I ask you a question?
Do you know Mysterion?
Do you know Mintberry Crunch?
I mean, Big Crunch.
He's the best one. And also, Cartman is a piece of shit for this.
The evil girl villain fought with all her might.
You a girl villain.
As people looked on and cheered for the Coon, he clawed and punched the villain's stupid fat face. This fight would not be the last, Coon thought. Next
up,
New Orleans.
New Orleans. All right, so Cartman gets into
Cartman
it.
actually believed that, right?
Yeah, he did. And if you'd like to see that clip again, unedited, you can also check out our TikTok, South Park Pods, there, as well as on South Park Podcast on Instagram. If you want to see that clip as well.
Please go there. They are legitimately some of the best TikToks I've ever seen, and I spend a lot of time on TikTok. It's a marketing thing. Go ahead, Matt.
Thank you. Thank you. The boys reveal while they're hanging out now at their, their lair, Cartman's house. Captain Hindsight has ransacked their base looking for incriminating photos of him with Courtney Love. The boys reveal that the pictures are fake and solely constructed by the Coon as blackmail, but Hindsight is too conflicted to believe them. You know what? I just remembered. I didn't do this at the top of this episode. I have to do it again. I didn't say it in this episode. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, for the purposes of South Park, when I say the word the Coon, I'm referring to the raccoon. That is South Park. That is Eric Cartman's character. Once again, superhero character. Disclaimer. Once again, I am once again telling you, as I did last episode, we were talking about the raccoon character. I am saying Coon as an abbreviation for South Park and Eric Cartman. Thank you.
You know what?
It's incredible.
But I completely forgot that.
Yeah, you don't think about it in this, and that's obviously the joke because Cartman's a huge racist. But like, you don't think about that.
Yeah, in fact, I remember somebody like commenting on one of our TikToks, and they were like, "South Park just comes out and says that word," and I was like, "Oh yeah, you're right. I forgot. That is a bad. People don't normally just say that."
Burst.
Cartman tore our base up.
Hey, Cartman.
Not Cartman.
What do you mean, not Cartman, dude?
Whoever did this to our base is looking for something.
Don't anybody move!
Don't anybody move.
So you're the superheroes trying to blackmail
I'm
me.
Captain Highsight.
Wait, what is he holding? It looks like a bottle of fucking barefoot at wine. Like, what the fuck is that?
It's like a bottle of vodka.
That's
or
like
tea.
wine.
Oh no, that looks like wine.
It says tequila, maybe?
I thought it. Wait, hold on. Let's see.
Captain
Malone?
the hero
What
of
the
the
fuck? What's with a 12 on it? What the fuck?
Oh,
What is
that's a
this little
scotch.
bitch drinking?
That's a scotch.
Oh, that's right. That is a scotch.
That's got to be it.
Yeah, that's totally.
Sketch.
Watch free movies.
Once a reporter for the
It looks like a
National
12 year, so it's
Jack
probably
Rowland
decent.
Oops, I went too far back.
Oh, dude, it's Captain Hindsight.
Captain Hindsight!
Captain
This
Hindsight.
damn advertisement. Yeah, you're right.
John Wick. That's definitely, yeah, Scoop's got it. It's Scotch.
Scotch. All right.
That's a nice Scotch. All right, getting back into it.
The modern age. Once a reporter for the national news, Jack Brolin always had a
Stupid superhero.
to become the best-known reporter.
Captain Hindsight.
Jack tried an experiment to boost his
As I said the last episode, his real superpower is that he can fly. Come on, people. Not that he can fucking tell you what you should have done in the past.
The reporters
I'm like, what does the radioactive spider have to do with anything like that?
Where did the radioactive machine just come from anywhere?
American way.
Oh, I shouldn't have done that.
Shoulda, coulda, and woulda. That's his trusty companions.
Threatens to consume Jack's
Also, SCW, that's a Spanish triple A wrestling company.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Spanish.
Baby.
Spanish champion. Okay.
last night.
Dude, are you okay?
Where are the pictures? Give every copy of the pictures to me now.
Please.
Why is he so upset? He must have actually had sex with Courtney Love if he's like this upset.
Butters.
Chaos. Take those pictures.
But the Coon said if I took the pictures, he'd let me go home and I'd miss
How long has Butters been in that?
A while.
Dude,
Yeah, Butters is literally in a cage right now.
4 days of school, he just said, like, come on, guys, that Butter's out of there, for God's sakes.
Butters has had the worst time at Cartman's house. He's like pissing shit in a bucket. He's got balls placed in his mouth. He's like jizzed into a cup after 24 hours.
Jizzed into a cup. I was going to bring that. Just keep working at it, baby.
You still
Butters, are you still in there?
Yeah. All right, I'll keep tagging. So more.
Hindsight. That isn't Courtney Love. Our former member, the Coon, tricked you.
Not Courtney.
Yeah, Courtney does.
Please, sir. Put down.
Why would he think that he accidentally? Never mind.
Because he's an alcoholic drunk and he blacked out. He thinks he blacked out and that's him. But yeah, it doesn't make sense because he's not that fat. So look at your body type, bro. Come on.
I'm thinking though, like he actually had sex with Courtney Love.
Maybe.
Like he's thinking that these are the photos.
Yeah.
Obviously, he's also somewhat famous. Courtney Love would definitely try to have sex with him.
No!
Yeah,
Because I could realize I should have killed you all!
Then do it. Pull the trigger, Hindsight. If you don't believe us, then you don't have a choice. Pull the trigger, you pussy.
Dude, Kenny, chill out.
Did you get it?
You
Yeah.
guys go. I'll deal with this prick.
Well, yeah, they know he's Kenny already.
Get it?
Berry Crunch. Okay, bye.
Be home by 5.
And he's the one with actual powers.
Oh no, he told him.
Like play
He
basketball.
told him it was Kenny, right?
Yeah, right here. That was
this is
it.
the
You missed
second
it.
set. I'm sorry.
Chill
No,
out.
you're fine.
You guys go. I'll deal with this
He,
prick.
he
he's
says,
forgetting it.
Okay, if you would sit.
Stan spills the beans here when he says
My
it.
mom did tell me I have to be home by 5.
Just nonchalantly.
Fine, just go.
Text me later,
Kenny,
Kenny, if you want to like play basketball or
He
something.
just nonchalantly, hey, text me later, Kenny. Like that's how we found out.
Kevin Hindsight.
So that's how we.
That's how we found out. They didn't show us in the last episode, even though Cartman said, I knew it was you all along. We technically didn't know. And we didn't find out last episode, but yeah, Stan just nonchalantly, all right, text me later, Kenny, if you want to like play basketball or something.
That's absolutely insane. Pull the trigger, you pussy. Yeah, that's definitely Trey doing that. And Matt does like even the unrobed Kenny when like Kenny had to be like, what was it? Bubbles or whatever his name is. Michael Jackson's kid.
That's right. Blanket.
Blanket. Yeah. Bubbles was the monkey.
Blanket. The Bubbles the monkey. You're right. Right.
That's when they were still killing Kenny off a lot.
Right. So after Hindsight pulled out a gun and demanded them to tell him where he was, and Kenny was like, "Get out of here!" Right, and then we saw of course the Coon. He's hanging out at the airport now. The Coon is trying to get the attention of Cthulhu, but he fails to do so here.
Cthulhu.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Captain Hindsight explains that he is growing tired of the burden placed on him by his powers, as the only work after a disaster has occurred, prompting Kenny to explain that he too has been cursed with ability of his own. It is revealed that every time he dies, he simply wakes up in his bed the next day restored to full health. Furthermore, nobody remembers his death, even if they witnessed it firsthand, which stuns Hindsight and makes his powers seem mediocre in comparison. Kenny is upset with his curse and tells Hindsight that he is the last person to talk to him about curses. So it's revealed here, as we've been wondering for the 13 plus years, how is Kenny able to just die and come back? It's because Kenny has a superpower, this curse. He can die and come back to life, which it'll be explained throughout the arc why. But this is our first understanding of Kenny's backstory. Dane, you look like you want to say something.
Not the first, but like it's literally South Park's first retcon. Because remember, before that, as you obviously know, Kenny's birth was explained as like he just keeps getting reborn with his parents.
That's in this arc. They haven't explained it yet. They haven't explained it. That's in this arc. They explain it.
Oh, did they not retcon it? They actually explained that?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This is the lore. This is the making of the lore here. Because I think it's at the very end of the next episode when Kenny goes, "All right, guys, I'm going to bed," and then he kills himself, bang, and then he has the birth again.
So this is basically
so they kind of put it in together.
7 or 8 seasons after they actually started continuity, right?
Yeah, I mean, as we've talked about before, right? They've had arcs, certain storyline arcs and whatnot, but they never really had like continuity until I'd say about this is when they start doing it this season, and they gave Kenny some back lore, and so we can understand.
Yeah, this is the beginning of the reason why they killed Kenny so many times.
Yeah, they explain it and it'll be explained later here that it's because it has to do with Cthulhu, right? It has to do with them being in that cult, which we'll talk about here. But so we'll jump into back to the clip here of Kenny having that conversation with Captain Hindsight.
Do you have any idea what a curse it is to have perfect 20/20 hindsight?
Stupid.
Yeah.
Drink
Soon
that
as something
scotch,
bad
you
happens,
bitch.
I immediately know how it could have been avoided. I can't take it anymore.
People need you, Hindsight. Without you, they feel helpless and stupid.
Well, I don't want the power anymore, all right?
You think your power is a curse? Let me tell you something about curses, buttlicker. Because there are some superpowers that make yours look like nothing. Trust me, I know.
What was your power?
Here it comes.
I can't die.
I can't die.
That's not that bad.
I've experienced death countless times. Sometimes I see a bright light. Sometimes I see heaven
Does
or
he
hell.
still die
But
from time
eventually,
to time?
no matter what,
Sorry.
I wake up in my bed, wearing my same old clothes. And the worst part, nobody even remembers me dying. I go to school the next day, and everyone is just like, "Oh, hey, Kenny." Even if they had seen me get decapitated with their own eyes. You want to whine about curses, Hindsight? You're talking to the wrong fucking cowboy.
That doesn't make any sense. Why is he a cowboy? Anyway, yeah, I guess that's the insertion of Kenny's character. Because before they try to explain it like he keeps getting born, but now they wrap it into like, well, technically he keeps getting born, but he grows over the course of one night and grows into his clothes and everybody forgets. Like, wow. Genius training, Matt. You're the only ones that could ever do this.
Has he still died in like the last 10, I want to say 10 seasons?
Like, are you saying after his backstory is explained, do they kill him off?
And then
I think he's killed off a couple times after that.
yeah.
Yeah, but we're okay with it now because we know that he's coming back. Yeah, he doesn't just die forever, unless you die in your dream. In Inception, you die in the dream by Freddy Krueger. You die in real life. Okay, so as Kenny explained, no one cares. Don't talk to me about your stupid curses.
Jesus.
After that, a LeBron James commercial.
Sorry.
After that, a LeBron James commercial parody occurs, and this, for those who don't understand this parody, back then, LeBron James put out this viral campaign of "What should I do?" Or it was like Nike or whatever. What should I do?
I don't remember that.
You don't.
That's crazy. Yeah, every time I've seen this, I understood that it was probably based on something. But like, I know what the Nike one is with like, like stand tall or whatever the fuck. But like with this, I was like, what the hell is this?
Yeah,
about?
it's a LeBron James commercial where he's talking. He's talking about his critics. What should I do? Blah 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 blah. What should I do? Should I do this? Should I do this? So that's what Cartman is making fun of because hindsight. It ends with Hindsight deciding to remove his powers. And Cartman deciding to be cute and be adorable to manipulate Cthulhu rather than be mean and demanding, which he was trying to do previously to try and manipulate Cthulhu. So after introducing himself as the little Coon and rubbing Cthulhu's belly, parodying Studio Ghibli from My Neighbor Totoro, Cartman befriends him. He then called.
Right, slow the fuck down, Matt. That was the worst pronunciation of all those words I've ever heard. Say that one more time, please.
My Neighbor Totoro?
Studio Ghibli, My Neighbor Totoro. You're talking an anime nerd right here,
okay.
bro.
I don't know what it is. Sorry.
Bitch ass.
I don't know what it is. Fuck, you didn't even watch calling me a bitch ass. Doesn't even fucking watch a LeBron James commercial. They're fucking, I didn't know what they were talking about. Bitch ass motherfucker. How about that?
LeBron James is here, spirited away.
Well, not to the fucking casual people watching actual TV, not fucking sucking each other's jag on with their friends. How about that?
Wow.
When your waifu is fucking towely, you don't know this shit.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what? That's fair. That's fair. My waifu, my neighbor Totoro. That actually is really weird.
He holds a press conference and declares then the new and trademarked Coon and Friends, him being with Cthulhu. Captain Hindsight is back to being Jack Brolin, a reporter from the news, and tells people that a rumor states that Hindsight removed his powers for good. An innocent with injured arm then cries for help from Captain Hindsight, yelling, "Where are you, Captain Hindsight?" Of course, this makes Captain Hindsight realize that the Hindsight he shouldn't have taken it out. What has he done? That was his hindsight. What have I done? Get it? Got hindsight. Stupid. All right, let's go ahead here and we'll jump into the "What Should I Do" commercial here. And this is, of course, it starts off with the BP oil guy, and he's upset, or he's trying to gather sympathy from everyone because he has triple fucked the earth and caused all the oil to spill out in the Gulf.
Of BP.
Look at that motherfucker.
Hello, I'm Tony Hayward. The tragic spill in the Gulf is a disaster that
DP?
never happened.
Wait, what?
As head of the oil,
I never noticed they changed it to DP.
Yeah, well, it's DP. They don't just drill oil anymore. They DP it. we don't just fuck the earth. We DP it, is what he says.
Okay, now I understand. DVDA?
I would like to say, what should I do? Should I admit we've made mistakes? Should I remind you we've done this before? What should I do? Should I find newer and better ways to say I'm sorry? We're sorry.
Should I really believe I ruined my legacy? What should I do?
What should I do?
What should I do?
There's
should
no
I
one
forget
there.
about the past and not care about my powers?
Or should I tell you,
Give me a mysterious
I
skin.
am not a role model?
Who's he getting a massage from? What the hell is that?
Seriously, what should I do?
Should I accept my role as the villain?
Maybe
He's
I
a
should
cowboy.
just disappear.
He's in an alley.
So there you go. That is the commercial, or I guess the special
What
announcement.
was the context of LeBron? Because LeBron has obviously always been a great player. Because he had critics, they had to make a whole commercial. I don't understand. Was that for an actual Nike product or in general, or was it just LeBron making a commercial to fucking wine?
So this happened.
Holy shit, it's almost scene for scene so far.
Yeah. So I believe this happened right after he made the decision. This is right after he had his press conference, the decision, where he decided to go to Miami, and there was a lot of backlash.
Oh,
so
fuck it.
So he did this commercial with Nike. And you're right. It is a Nike commercial here. So here's that commercial.
What should I do? Should I admit that I've made mistakes? Should I remind you that I've done this before?
Should I give you a history lesson?
What should I do?
With the number one pick.
Should I tell you how much fun we had?
And the number one pick, LeBron James.
So, this went well. Should I really believe I ruined my legacy? What should I do? What should I do? What should I do? Should I have my tattoo removed? Want to see my shiny new shoes? Should I just sell shoes? Shiny new shoes? Or should I tell you I am not a role model? Hi, Chuck. Seriously, what should I do? Should I tell you I'm a championship chaser? Hit it for the money, rings? Should I be who you want me to be? Should I accept my role?
What? He's a cowboy? What?
Disappear.
Oh, what a little bitch. Shut the fuck.
Should I stop listening to my friends?
What the fuck is this?
Try acting.
Acting? What?
Be patient. After a while, the temperature drops. Everything is free and easy.
Miami Vice. What is this? What the fuck is this? What is he, Ray Charles?
With your eyes. But still, like air, I'll rise.
Oh, he's doing beat poetry.
Like air, he rise.
The metaphor. It just
What should
rolls.
I do?
Yeah. Why is he eating a donut in black and white? What is this?
Just do it.
What a little bitch. What a little bitch LeBron James is for making. What a little pussy bitch. Oh, boo-hoo. People didn't like it because you went to a team that gave you a lot more money. Why don't you go cry to the Oakland Raiders? Oh, wait a minute. They're the Las Vegas Raiders. Shut the fuck up, you little bitch. Oh my God, that was the most pussy ass fucking commercial. Did Michael Jordan do that when he returned back from baseball after he sucked at it? Oh, did I ruin my legacy? What should I? Shut the fuck up, LeBron, you little fucking bitch. Oh my God, pussy.
But Dane,
what
should I do?
So that's what they were parodying there. I probably chopped up a little bit because it's a 90-second commercial, but that's what it was based on there, the what should I do scene. So while this is going on, as I mentioned, Cartman is trying to, he's trying to, serenade someone. He's trying to gather a new best friend here. So here's Cartman. He's basically going to act like a cat to this guy, to this monster.
Okay, this is for context for the people that watch television. This is straight from My Neighbor Totoro.
My name is the Little King. What is
So
your name?
the Coon, Cartman, has gotten onto Cthulhu's belly after he's destroyed what looks like both a town and a cemetery. And he's giving them little scritches.
All right, so this goes on and on here. That's the context. Cartman is basically trying to serenade this monster, Cthulhu. While that's going on, the Coon and friends learn about a cult that worships Cthulhu at Jim McElroy's house. They find out that Kenny's parents were part of it. Betsy Donovan, that being Clyde's mom, calls Clyde to take out the garbage. Mosquito pulls the vuvuzela off his nose and says, "All right, just give me 2 minutes," revealing Clyde to be Mosquito. So now we know that Clyde is Mosquito, Kenny as Mysterion, and even though it technically hadn't been revealed yet, that of course makes Kyle the human kite. Then
I would have never fucking guessed that shit.
I know, right? So Kenny as Mysterion goes over to his house only to find his parents smoking crack. He asks his mom and dad about their involvement with the cult of Cthulhu, and they state that they were only in it for free beer. Something that Kenny actually doesn't find very hard to believe. He's like, actually, I don't find that very hard to believe.
Oh, that is the connection. Yeah, man. Yeah, they were in this cult of Cthulhu, and that's why she's able to keep birthing Kenny.
And then Mysterio, of course, learns of the whereabouts of the South Park chapter from them, and then heads off to the cult meeting with all of his friends.
Cthulhu Riley talking.
Right? All right, so here's Mysterion here as he's about to approach his parents who are smoking a little bit, just a little bit of crack. We just give the babies a little bit of crack.
You're hogging it all, asshole.
Because I paid for it, you stupid bitch.
You paid for it with the money I made washing dishes at the Olive Garden.
I told you to shut up.
Give it to me, you prick.
Just punches him.
Oh, God, he's back. It's that mystery kid again.
What the hell do you want this time?
Are they scared of him? He must like take their crack or something.
We treat our kids better and we don't beat each other up as much.
And we gave our sons allowances and stopped getting high every night.
Yeah, okay.
Not hear about that.
So now what?
10 years ago, you were arrested.
It's my favorite thing. All the little details about how poor Kenny's place is. Like fucking the curtain rods are just like curtains.
What is the cult of Cthulhu?
Oh, that thing. Oh, we weren't in that stupid group. They just used to offer free beer at their meetings, so we would go.
What happened?
Trust us, we don't remember.
That's a valid reason to go somewhere.
Oh, hell yeah. That's why I go to AA meetings, because they have free beer.
I swear we haven't been back to their meetings ever since, even though we always still get invited.
So as mentioned there, Mysterion was talking to his parents, and the dad was like, Stuart was like, Stuart was like, you may find this hard to believe, but we were completely hammered the whole time. And Kenny's like, that's not hard to believe. So then he heads off now to the cult meeting, and he's going to see some familiar faces, Mr. Adler, the Goth Kids, and Star Trek nerds. And as he's sitting there listening to the cult meeting, one of the guys says, "That is not dead, can eternal lie, and with strange eons, even death may die." So Kenny, alarmed by this line, he abandons his friends and then goes to confront the Goth Kids in an alley about what it means. Leader of the cult then shows up and asks for the Goth Kids' assistance in dispensing of Mysterion by order of Cthulhu, who asks for Mysterion to be disposed of. Meanwhile, that's going on. Cartman and Cthulhu will be flying around the air, and we'll see some songs and him destroy.
This episode is so super accurate, Matt, because like that is straight from the Call of Cthulhu books, like the Cthulhu Mythos books by H.P. Lovecraft.
Yeah.
If you guys never read those are incredible.
So here's Cartman announcing the...
I love H.P. Lovecraft. I'm sorry.
No, wait, you do, Scoop? For real, though?
Yeah.
Oh, my God, dude. I would lick those balls. Oh.
I have
Scoop's a reader, too. You can tell.
Dominance and interdimensionary rule is without question. And now,
All he had to do was give Cthulhu belly rubs, guys, and he's in.
we intend to bring change and fight injustice. As the all-new Coon and Friends.
Mm-hmm, very important.
And anybody else using that name for their benefit is breaking the law. Oh, what's that? There is another group using our trademark name? Well, I guess we have a right to banish them to a dark oblivion, don't we?
I don't know if that's how law works, Cart.
So here's the cult meeting now.
I think that's how law works when you got Cthulhu.
Yeah,
A lot
absolutely.
of us have waited a long time for this day.
Wait, whoa. Pause that shit real quick, bro. When it cuts back to that, I know you're going to have to edit the fuck out of this, but this is the first instance of the board games. Right behind him is a copy of this. As you'll see, right behind him is Arkham Horror, which I am holding in my hands right now.
Nice.
Oh, shit.
This is the beginning of Trey's massive board game addiction, which if you guys didn't know, he's literally into that. He has a whole video on YouTube where he talks for 3 hours about his favorite board games with other nerds. And also, obviously, he's got all the board game references in the literal board game episode. I guess he just went crazy into that during the pandemic. But yeah, this is like that floored me because I literally have that board game right here.
Nice.
I'm one of those people.
Die!
Clubs like this all over the world. We know some of these people. There's Mr. Adler from shop class and those two geeky computer guys. Oh my God, look!
Oh my God, what was the time?
Star Trek nerds, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so freaking stoked that Cthulhu's gonna
When you said that, I thought you meant like it's got
I just hope he puts an end to the fucking Disney Channel.
Dude, why would the goth kids worship Cthulhu?
Makes sense. Unrelenting despair in 1,000 years of darkness sounds pretty goth.
Now let us read from the Necronomicon.
The Necronomicon. The Necronomicon. He says this line.
Which can eternal lie, and with
That's
strange
in,
aeons, even death may die.
That's an H.P. Lovecraft invention.
Strange aeons, even death may die? What does that mean, human kite?
I'm not sure, Toolshed. Could it be a riddle, Mysterion?
Stupid. Mysterion leaves.
Yeah, he's out.
He's like, Mysterion? Where'd you go, Mysterion? So here's Mysterion now in the alley.
Cthulhu just wants chaos, bedlam, and madness.
With goth kids.
Good, because if I had to go to pee,
Bedlam
class
and
again, I'm gonna
madness.
kill myself. Who the F and H is that?
F and H? What the hell is that?
That is not
Yeah, what the F and H is that?
Yeah, what are they doing?
And with
Goth
strange
kids
aeons,
don't
even
curse.
death may die.
What does it mean?
It means Cthulhu is gonna get rid of all the posers and make everything cool and black and stuff. It's gonna be like
Yeah, that's exactly what it means. You fucking
Yeah,
idiot.
so go home and put your underwear back inside your pants, poser.
You're going to tell me everything you know.
Poser.
Nobody's stopping Cthulhu now. All will be sadness. Life will be
This is the first time this kid's talked.
I will watch the crimson
That kid's pretty hardcore.
leak from your neck.
Dude, that little kid is hardcore goth.
That little kid, you guys have known him for years.
That's the first time he's talked, though. Like, the first time he's talked.
Is it though?
This is the first time he's talked. That's why he's like, wow, that little goth kid's hardcore.
It can't be. I swear to God, he said like 2 or 3 words before. He had to
I'm
have.
pretty sure. Yeah, I think so too.
Maybe. I mean, he may have said something in the Goth Kids episode, maybe when they were dressed up as the Gap Kids or something like that. But, like, I mean, that's the most he's ever spoken. Like, that's the first time he's ever had, like, lines and stuff like that. You know what I mean? As far as, like, sentence structures.
I'll get back to you while I'm reading code. I have that shit in my ear, so I'll let you know.
Okay.
If I come across that shit again.
All right, here we go.
Right, you know. Cthulhu sees all, hears all. The Dark Lord
Hears
wants us
all.
to dispense of this one, kids. Give
Sees
us a hand.
all.
Give us a hand.
Dude, I don't want to kill anybody. We're Dark Lord minions now, wuss. What'd you think we'd be doing?
Wuss?
He called him a wuss. Not killing the kid? Come on.
Oh, so here. All right, so before we play
This is also from My Neighbor Totoro, by the way.
So you can, of course, catch this clip on our Instagram and TikTok. I don't want to play all of it for copyright on YouTube, but here's a little bit of it.
Cthulhu, Cthulhu. Yeah! The evil
That just gets me the Cthulhu.
From a dimension far away, flying through gates of madness and into your heart.
Yeah, fuck all you!
Fuck all of you. He continues on, lick my balls! As he's sitting there flying on Cthulhu here.
Probably hate Studio Ghibli movies, by the way.
So along the way, images are shown of the two destroying various things, synagogues, hippies, and San Francisco that Cartman hates.
Mm-hmm.
And then back in the alley, the goths, Peter Nelson, and the cult leader advance on Mysterion. Coon and friends show up, but it's too late for the leader takes Kindergoth's switchblade and stabs Kenny in the chest. This episode ends with Kenny waking up in his bed unharmed. Toolshed, the human kite, Iron Maiden, Tupperware, Mosquito, and Mintberry Crunch all run into his bathroom, and they're like, Kenny, why'd you run away? We have to defeat Cthulhu. Completely unaware of the fact that he just died.
God damn it.
So, all right, we'll jump into that clip here.
Toolshed! Tupperware!
So here's showing out.
Mintberry Crunch!
Mintberry.
Go, dude, or else we'll totally tell our kids on you.
Sorry, kids. It's a little late for that.
Takes the knife. Straight up kills him. That was it. That was their plan. They just wanted to kill
walked away.
God.
That one kid.
My God, they killed Kenny! You bastards!
Of course, we mentioned Kenny now. Wakes up in his room.
Bleeding out, and boom.
Dude, Kenny, what'd you run away for? We gotta fight these guys! Yeah, come on, get your costume on, lazy ass! Let's go!
The pain of death, and then you wake up in that. Could you imagine if like you were one of those like guys that were old, like you were at an age to where like if you watched South Park, you weren't a kid when it started, and then you kept up with it for some fucking reason, and now you're like in your 50s and 60s, and you're like, wait, what are they doing? I thought they were just making jokes about David Caruso. Like, this must be fucking insane.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to wrap it up on this side. We'll be back on the other side with more South Park information.
Subscribe to Suck My Balls, a South Park review on Spotify, Apple's, iTunes, anywhere you want to download a podcast. Just type that in, subscribe to our feed, and you'll get the latest, greatest episode each and every week. You can also listen to us on YouTube and go back and watch some videos or any of our library. It's all there. Suck My Balls, South Park review.
Once again, welcome back now on the other side. Shout out to our sponsors provided by Spreaker. Hit that like and subscribe button if you're watching it right here on YouTube. If you choose, please download and use the Spreaker app. We'll get 10% more back in ad revenue. Otherwise, keep downloading, sharing, liking, however you choose to listen or support this podcast. We appreciate it.
I want to put this on there, Matt. I am extremely sorry, but I smell, and I don't think I have deodorant.
Yeah, Scoop's been sniffing himself the entire time Matt was getting through that intro read back.
I'm going to be completely honest with you. I have a candle lit in this room, so I don't smell you.
Cool.
I do
when
too.
I put
and
my
I don't
arms
smell
up,
you either.
though, I got it direct. I was like, oh. I was like, oh.
Wait a minute. So hold on a second. Scoop's intelligent. He reads books. He's got a good job. He's muscled out as shit. He's actually a baby daddy, and he has a scent. Oh, Scoop, dude, you could be murdering twinks way prettier than me. Fuck. Oh my God, Scoop, you could be getting some of the cutest motherfuckers. With all of that packed in, oh my God, I take you to one gay bar, you're leaving with 16 new boyfriends. Holy
I would just
shit.
be leaving with you, so it's okay.
Oh, holy shit. That was actually the nicest thing anyone's ever said to me. Scoop, if you were here in person and you said that to me at a bar, I would open hole immediately. Matt, you're cutting this out, right?
No, I'm leaving this in.
Matt, I have a job.
If I have to sit through this bullshit of you guys fucking jacking each other off, then everyone else does too. Ladies and gentlemen, I am not the 2022 Red Rocks Day 1 South Park Trivia Champion. I am not a trivia god. But I will do my best. This episode's title is a play on the title of The Dark Knight Rises, the final film in Christopher Nolan's Batman film trilogy, which was announced only days before this episode aired. In the episode, after 1 year and 8 months of waiting, it is finally revealed that Mysterion's identity is Kenny. The identity of Mosquito is revealed to be Clyde, and as I mentioned, Kyle being Human Kite. However, we still do not technically know the identity yet of Mintberry Crunch. Cthulhu, along with the monsters attacking it and the concept of madness spreading, are based, as you guys mentioned, in H.P. Lovecraft's works. This is the first time Mysterion is shown laughing and smiling. That is because he thought it would be unbelievably funny to piss Cartman off if he chose to keep calling the group Coon and Friends. Cartman admits that he'd much rather be a complete dick while continuing hurting others and plotting revenge than redeem himself to his friends. What should he do? Should I admit I was wrong? Should I just say sorry?
Cartman admitted he was wrong. That's like LeBron James doing that. All right, continue.
When the McCormicks are found to have been involved in the Cthulhu cult meetings, Kenny inadvertently slips back into his normal voice to say the line, "What the fuck?" Carol McCormick is now working at the Olive Garden restaurant, being Kenny's mom, because that's how they bought the crack. Captain Hindsight is drinking a bottle of the Malkin 12-year-old single malt scotch. That's what you were asking.
Hey, there you go, Scoopy.
A respelling of the Malkin. When Timmy leaves Cartman's basement, some of the others gather around him, most likely helping him up the stairs.
That's a McAllen.
McAllen.
And 12 year.
It's not bad. That's probably like what, like a $50?
Yeah, some like between like 40 and 50.
Yeah, not bad. All right.
It's not a Basil Hayden. But
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the return from Dane Becker for some pop culture. Dane?
Oh, man, I missed you. I also missed you saying pop culture like that. All right, everybody, references to pop culture is brought to you here by Dane Becker. That's Becker. Number one, the Coon interacting with Cthulhu while on his belly, as I've said before, as well as the song that plays while he's flying with Cthulhu, is a reference to Hayao Miyazaki's 1988 film Tonari no Totoro, or in America, as it's called, My Neighbor Totoro. I messed up his first name, so I apologize to all of the anime nerds out there. When the Coon and Cthulhu go after
Hayao
Miyazaki references Sebastian and Luck Dragon Falcor scaring the bullies away are from the Never-Ending Story, which is something that is referenced constantly in popular media, and I have never seen that movie. It was not a part of my childhood.
Wow.
It passed me completely. Princess Bride, all of the staples from that period of fantasy, all there, but I've never seen it. I've actually seen the third one with Jack Black and not the first one.
But he gets on me from not watching a fucking anime.
I'm telling you. You television motherfucker. The scene at the beginning with the small question marks flying around the large question mark, as we said as well, is a reference to the introduction to Batman Begins. The What Should I Do segment during the episode, as Matt had showed me, is a reference to the LeBron James Nike commercials that aired on U.S. television around the time of this episode's release. As we said, LeBron was moving to Miami, and of course he had a lot of critics, so he made an entire commercial about it. What
should I do?
What should I do?
In Clyde's room, there is a headlight shaped like the Millennium Falcon from the Star Wars films, as well as a poster with the title Gunslave Wing, an obvious reference to the anime, wow, Mobile Suit Gundam Wing, which is one of my favorite Mobile Suit Gundams of all time. I'm telling, bro, do you like Mobile Suit Gundam Wing? Gundam Wing, bro, with Hero? Oh my God, he was a
fuck yeah.
With a robot, oh my God, I won't get you, Scoop. With a robot on the poster, Wing Hero. When Kyle, also known as the Human Kite, clicks on a newspaper listing showing Pinterest in South Park, if you pause it at the right time, you will see the site they were on was called Easypedia, which is an actual website. That's the first time I've ever heard of it. The style of the in-episode comic books artistically resembles Eric Powell's comic, The Goon, while classic Silver Age of comic style adverts can also be seen as the camera pans across the comic pages. I've never heard of the Goon. In Captain Hindsight's origin story, the catalyst of his powers is a retroactive spider. Oh, I didn't even hear that part. That's actually a good play on word, because we were wondering why the hell is a radioactive spider here. No, it's a retroactive spider. A play on radioactive spider that turned Peter Parker into Spider-Man, which in the original comics was more than just the radioactive spider. He was actually a scientist. He was also like in his fucking 30s. I know everything about Spider-Man. At the cultist meeting, there are several boxes entitled Arkham Horror on the shelves. This is an actual board game featuring the Cthulhu mythos originally released by Chaosium Inc., who now prints the Cthulhu, the Call of Cthulhu tabletop RPG, D&D style. Actually, I'm running one of those campaigns here in the next couple of weeks.
You fucking D&D?
Yeah, bro. I'm literally running Call of Cthulhu in the next couple of weeks. It's gonna be, bro. I'm telling you, it's gonna be a mixture of Indiana Jones with Cthulhu mythos. It's
fucking bring me into that shit.
I will if you want to. Originally released by KSM Inc. in 1987. Each of the boxes also say expansion at the bottom. At the time of this episode's airing, the game's second edition, which was published by Fantasy Flight Games, the one that I just showed you, was available, and the game had several expansions. The game is currently in its third edition, also published by Fantasy Flight, which is not as good as the second edition that I have right over there on the shelf. I have like 40 board games. Trey, please, God, hit me up. I will play board games with you. I will not nerd out. Even though you're literally my favorite person in history, Trey, I will not nerd out. I will just sit there and play board games with you. If you have Cthulhu Wars, I will play it. If you have Nemesis, I will absolutely play that because you've included that in an episode, and I want Nemesis. Trey, if you're out there, I'm going to play board games with you and maybe suck you off. Matt, take us there.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is your pop culture. Let's go ahead and we'll scoop.
We're going to dive into some continuity.
Take it away.
This episode is preceded by Coon 2, Hindsight. During his conversation with Captain Hindsight, Kenny mentions having seen heaven and hell. He was sent to both heaven and hell during the events of South Park, Bigger, Longer, and Uncut. The way I like it. And to heaven and best friends forever. This episode shows that Kenny is aware of his abnormality, frequent deaths. Previous hints at this have been seen in Tweak vs. Craig when he refused to go into shop class. In Cherokee Hair Tampon.
Are you sure
Bro,
you can read
put
it?
some respect on that fucking episode. It's Cherokee Hair Tampon.
Cherokee Hair Tampons when he gets angry at Stan for mourning over the seemingly imminent death of Kyle, but never seeming to care when he dies all the time. And in Best Friends Forever, when his will begins with, in the highly likely event of my death. This episode also confirms that nobody but his parents remembers Kenny's deaths. This contradicts various other episodes, among which are 4th Grade, Chef Goes Nanners, and Cartman Land, where somebody has mentioned it offhandedly. A few minor characters from older episodes reappear as members of the Cthulhu. Is it Cthulhu? Yeah, Cthulhu. No, I'm sorry, it's Cthulhu. The 2 Star Trek nerds from 4th Grade, Mr. Adler from Tweak vs. Craig, the 4 goth kids, Randy's coworker, Peter Nelson. While manipulating Cthulhu, the Coon destroys various places, including a synagogue, a truck full of hippies, San Francisco, and the Burning Man Festival. I just want to reiterate that we're just using the name the Coon. We're not actually saying anything. So anyway, this...
Yeah, and that synagogue had a tunnel underneath it anyway, so I think all the Jews are fine.
San Francisco was previously destroyed in season 10's episode, The Smuggler. Stan's grandpa had used Kenny's line, "Pull the trigger, you pussy!" In the episode...
Come here, Billy!
In the episode Quintuplets 2000. Oh, that was such a good episode. With intention of an FBI agent putting him out of misery.
Oh my God, when he like has sex with the Russian mom.
Yeah.
And like she dies.
Oh, is he not waking up for a while?
I killed my grandpa Billy. He killed his grandpa Billy. Why don't you kill me, Billy?
Kill me, Billy. Kill me, Billy.
What death is like? That's literally like season 1, episode like what 4 or 5. Oh my god, that's going back there, Maddie.
This episode marks the second time that Kenny dies and then deliberately reappears alive later on. The first one being Red Sleigh Dawn.
And I know that's like a season closer, and they always have like either like holiday episodes or something like that. But like Red Sleigh Down, for real, guys, I just can't stand that episode. I just don't watch it.
This summer, coming soon to you, Red Sleigh Dawn. In earlier episode, he occasionally reappeared as a result of being stock footage, such as City on Edge of Forever.
Wait, City on the Edge of Forever, isn't that the one where like the bus gets caught on the cliff and Miss Crabtree like literally leaves them?
That's what I call a sticky situation.
That's right. That's what I call a sticky situation. Oh my god, that was like one of the first episodes I've ever seen of South Park, because obviously I was like too young to catch the premiere. Though my mom does tell me that I saw the premiere, so I technically been watching since the beginning. Which is what was the premiere, like March 11th, 98 or 96? I was like 3, but she said I saw it because she put it on. So it was like, all right, whatever. No wonder I'm so fucked up.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is your full recap, your pop culture, your trivia, some references to continuity here. If you guys want to give your final thoughts, go ahead, or we can even hold off till the 3rd episode when we get the final arc. Dane?
So, like, this is where it's getting a little stronger. I love the superhero concept because it fits right into, obviously, one of my favorite episodes, and across the board for a South Park fan, one of their favorite episodes, Return of the Two Towers, the blah, 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 blah. It's kids being kids. South Park is at its best when the characters that they have created have parody flowing through them. Cartman being a racist, making jokes, Kyle being this, but like they're being children. They're putting sticks and shit together and pretending that they're super. This is perfect for that. But then it's actually getting into superhero parody, whereas like a lot of the fantasy episodes, unless you played the video game, were just basically kids playing fantasy. This is actually where they're becoming superheroes. And I think that's like an extension of some of the greatest moments of South Park. They're actually doing what they're pretending to do, and it's not even of their own cause. They're just falling into it. Kind of like every other adventure, they just kind of fall into it, as Clyde later found out the hard way. So like, that's my favorite part about this arc. And 2, that this arc has spanned, what is it, like a year and 8 months is what it said in the trivia. So like, literally they stopped with the first original Coon stuff, did a bunch of shit, and then eventually went, oh, let's do more Batman Begins crap. And like literally expanded on this, threw Kenny's lore into it, finally explained all of that, and was able to add to the early, like a previous episode seasons before this. That was like, oh, Kenny just gets birthed out by his mom, which didn't even make sense. It's kind of like when Cartman's reveal was like, hey, your father was actually your mother. And then they retconned that and it made sense. It's like, wait, they did it to this too. They're clearing up the timeline. They're cleaning up the canon. Like, I don't know. It just shows Matt and Trey's multi-level genius, which again, as I might explain to one of our friends, you can keep doing. Just because Matt and Trey are so good, you can make other stuff based on that. But like, Matt and Trey are the marker for perfect A-B storyline, and this is just an extension of that. So that's my opinion of it so far.
Scoop, your thoughts?
I mean, Dane touched on a lot of the points. This whole story arc, the reference to the towers and everything, like it's just Mysterion finding out who he officially is was kind of big. You know, hearing Kenny without his jacket was super big at the time. It was finally like, whoa, they're giving substance to Kenny, and they're not just like this weird, I mean, I shouldn't say weird, but this weird, God damn it, this arc of him just constantly dying.
Yeah, they're giving Kenny a lot more to do. Scoop's right, because in the movie, Kenny's whole thing was that he died. That was his only thing. So like they're giving a lot of depth to Kenny.
And the third episode just brings more to it.
Yeah, I agree. I thought there was a lot of big reveals in this episode. You guys pointed out, right? I mean, we find out about Kenny's backstory. We've got the side story going on with Cartman as he's trying to manipulate the Cthulhu so that way he can be the leader and destroy whatever he wants. Which they kind of show some comics versions of but they get, as you mentioned, in the third episode, they'll even get more into his destruction. Destroying Justin Bieber and Kenny and everyone else. So.
You're welcome.
Yeah, Justin deserved it at that point in time. He was leaving Selena during this period.
What else? I enjoyed that. I also think it's funny that Butters is still locked up in the jail. He's got poo.
That's a good one.
He's got poo. And then I liked that this was also a reappearance of the Goth Kids. We hadn't seen them in a while since their last episodes.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So they reappeared in here, made sense, right, to be part of the cult. All in all, I like this episode because this is, to me, as far as out of the 3 episodes, this is kind of like if we were to equate it to like Star Trek, as The Empire Strikes Back, right, is when the movie and the arc really kind of gets going. This one in this second episode is really when the story starts to ramp up. They've created the plot lines, what's going to happen as we move forward into the final and third episode. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for another edition of SMB, a South Park Review. Go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button. If you're watching it right here on YouTube, you can go to linktr.ee/SouthParkPod, and you can check out all of our landing pages. Of course, if you're watching this on YouTube, hit that like and subscribe button. As I mentioned, appreciate it. Like and subscribe, share on any of your podcast platforms. Ladies and gentlemen, we're coming back next week for part 3. That's right. We're coming back next week for the climactic finale of Coon versus Coon and Friends. Now that Cartman has the power of Cthulhu with him, can he be stopped? Also, what happens when Kenny decides to fight back? Coming up next week, we find out with the 4th grade, the Super Hero Saga comes to a final close. Will you join us for the part 3 as the Coon and Friends find themselves at the mercy of Cartman, who now has the Dark Lord, as I mentioned? Find out next week on another edition of SMB, a South Park Review.